All right, so for this skill of brief change, we are going to need a few supplies. We need a bath blanket, we need a bucket for water, a chuck to place under her to keep her bed dry, soap, a couple wash rags, and a towel to dry her. We'll need a bag to put the brief in, the used brief, a new brief to put her in, and of course our gloves. So why don't we just go ahead and jump right in. First thing we do is what we always do. Knock, knock, knock. Hello, my name is Jimmy. Are you Mrs. Smith? You are. Wonderful. Well, I'm here to change your brief. So let's go ahead and wash our hands and provide for privacy. Now I'm going to raise her bed. So when I raise her bed, don't forget the rails. Every time we raise her over the bed, you've got to have the rails on. Let's go ahead and raise these up. Now, when we raise the rails and raise the bed, normally we can't leave, right? When you lower the rails. But I'm going to keep this rail raised and I'll walk back to the other side, which is perfectly acceptable. We'll raise the bed to waist height. Then I will walk back over here, grab my water. We'll come here and get my gloves on. Got my bath blanket over her to keep her covered so we can make sure she has her privacy. Lower her blankets, okay, all the way down to her feet. Now, in reality, you would work under this blanket, but you guys cannot see what I'm doing if we do that. So for you guys today only, we're going to move this blanket over to the side so you can see what I'm doing, okay? First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put her on her side here, and I'm going to put a chuck down. Doesn't matter, people ask if you want it long ways or short, lengthways or long ways. Doesn't matter to me as long as you keep her dry. Then we will bring up her brief, pull this down, put her back to her side, grab this brief right here, okay, put it in my bag, put it in my trash can. Then I will get my towel or rag, get my nice little mitt made up, get my soap and my water here, and I will go ahead and I will clean her up, which we would provide pericare if needed, right? That is on a separate skill. And then I would pat her dry. Take off my gloves. And another set of gloves. Why are we changing gloves, you may be asking? Well, it's because now we're going to put on a clean new brief. So I need clean gloves to put on. My hands are sweaty and wet. Get my other brief. Make sure your tags are in the back. Far too often I see people, when I go to check their work, and they will have the tags in the front. And the first time or two, that could be a little funny, but not all the time. Let's raise her up here. Put one across and hook it. Take this one over, hook this one like this. Take her chuck away in the garbage. Take my gloves off. Pull her down. Here's where I would go ahead and, well, I would pull up her blankets first. And I would take this off. Raise my rails. Lower my bed. Then when I lower the bed, I would make sure she had her call light. sure the bed is down. Lower my rails at this point. Make sure she's in a nice safe position. We'll clean up my mess. And after I clean up my mess, then I'd wash my hands and report and record. All right.